All right, are you guys getting audio now? Okay, let me know. Yes, audio, thumbs up. Great, my tech guy just kind of snuck back here in the studio. He's like, oh, the audio. Okay, perfect. I am going to say what I just said so you don't miss anything. Welcome to the World Tapping Circle. I'm your host, Sonya Sophia, and I'm so very glad to be here with you. Welcome to all of those coming in through the Unify portal. And I want you to know, whether you're a subscriber to the Tapping Circle or you're just testing it out for the first time, that this is part 2 of an 8-part series. The last week of every month, we're going to be taking another step in this journey of becoming, starting with emotional detox last month and moving into feeling good again this month. So those will be fun for you to do, and you don't have to wait a whole month. In the video library there, you can just do them bam, bam, bam. You could do a tap every day and do 10 years of therapy in a month if you really want to pow, pow, pow yourself into the next version of yourself. All right, so hi Sunny, I see you. Hi Karen in Idaho, Dylan in Austin, Ruel in the Philippines, William in Japan, Barbara in Bluff City, Marcy in Vegas, Stephanie, hello to you. Hi Luna, hi Christina, and all the others chiming in on Facebook. Hi Gregory, good. All right, so today's topic is feeling good again. You can see by my wings that I am feeling good again. I have to say the last few years have been pretty rough on many levels for most all of us, right? So hopefully you're coming out of that now, and if you're not quite out of it, this is going to really help you. And even if you're feeling good, you could be feeling great. This tap is going to help you zhuzh and shine up some part of you that is still in that becoming phase. So be thinking in terms of where you want to aim this healing session, about where you would like to be feeling good again in your life. What part of your life doesn't feel as good as it could? Maybe it's the way you're living financially, or maybe it's the way you're living emotionally inside your own head. Maybe it's a relationship that doesn't feel good yet, or how you're taking care of your body, or your sexual expression, and you're like, well, maybe I could just do all of it. But don't try doing it all at once. If you wanted to do all of it, you would do at least one tap on each section of your life, okay? So that's what's cool about subscribing to the Tapping Circle, is that you can actually use these again and again. And some people like to do the same tap over and over, because each time you do it, you unpack more and more and discharge that stored stress and trauma from your physical body, from your cellular memory. You're literally changing your neural networks to create a space inside you to accept the upgrade, so that you can actually level up. Because whatever feels normal to you subconsciously is about where you're going to find yourself in the physical world. So that's why we go within, to change our neurology, our belief systems, our feelings, to process old stuck memories and clean that stuff out, so that you can refresh yourself and watch your life change on the outside. Because really what stops us from changing isn't that it's hard to do stuff, it's what it takes to think about doing stuff, and how we feel when we're getting ready to do something, and why we hesitate and why we pull back. So tapping is super useful for that. All right, we are about to jump into the core causes questions, which is a 5-minute get down with your good self. Go down into the sub-basement, ask yourself some key questions, stir up what's down there, unpack some stuff, so that stuff is floating around as we're tapping, and it's actually going to go a lot deeper in terms of cleansing and clearing and helping reset you to feeling good again. So 5 minutes asking yourself these key questions. We're going to share the screen. If you can't click the button because you're just watching on Facebook, If you're a subscriber, you're going to get an auto button, and that will send you the live form. Either way, you can ask yourself these questions for 5 minutes, and then we're going to do the tapping process to go ahead and discharge that stored stress from your nervous system. All right, ready? Into the core causes questions we go. All right, everyone. Hopefully just asking yourself those questions was huge for you, where you're starting to really get some insight, right? Understanding yourself is part of the healing journey, but now we're actually going to do something with that information. We are going to release those old files from our nervous system with EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique, okay? Now, I'm going to say up front that it can be a bit intense, so I'm going to ask you to take a lot of deep breaths. I'm going to ask you to relax your jaw and breathe with a strong exhalation. That's going to release more emotion than just like that, okay? If you start feeling drowsy, get up, walk around. You don't have to look at me for this to work. I'll call out the tapping points, these meridian lines that we're stimulating with our fingertips, and your body's going to start off-gassing the stress from the nervous system. So let your body move freely, make sounds. Know that we can't hear you or see you, but we can feel you. So you have total privacy to really be yourself and get right with yourself from the inside out. All right, you ready to go into the matrix and change reality? Let's go. Finding your collarbones. Big deep breath. Dropping down to the front of the chest. Massaging the front of the chest. Tuning into your issue. What part of yourself would you like to feel good again in? Repeating after me, changing these words to more perfectly and accurately fit your own situation. And if you are watching this in the future in the replay video, I want to remind you that you can always pause the video. Start and stop it so you can move at your own pace. All right, big deep breath. Repeat after me, even though there's a part of me or my life that hasn't been feeling so good. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Big, deep, noisy breath. Big sigh. Good. Tapping the eyebrows. Even though this part has not been feeling very good. Big deep breath. Tuning into that part that has not been feeling good. Tap the temples. It's okay for now. Tapping the cheeks. I'm open to loving and accepting myself right now. Exactly as I am. Tapping under the nose and breathe. Tapping under the lips. This part of me that I've been judging. Just tune into the judgment that you have on this part of yourself, this part of your life. What are you telling yourself? It shouldn't be like this. I could have done something about it. I'm lost. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. What are you telling yourself about it? Tap the chest and say it out loud. Take 30 seconds and just blurp it out. Keep talking and tapping all over your chest. This is releasing the trauma by acknowledging it in this field of compassion. Tapping down to the bottom of the rib cage, front of the ribs. This part of me that's been judging myself. Big deep breath. Say those judgments again. I've been telling myself I'm stupid, lazy, too late, too much. What is it? Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Big deep breath. And tapping the inside of the wrist. I deeply and completely accept myself. Tap the side of the thumb. And if it's too hard to say I deeply and completely accept myself, say I'm open to deeply and completely accepting myself, even with these judgments. And tapping the index finger. I accept the part of myself that's been really having a hard time. Tapping the middle finger. I've been feeling, and then say how you've been feeling. Maybe you've been feeling depressed, or alone, or scared, or angry, or guilty. Say it again. I've been feeling. And tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. I've been feeling. Say it again. A big deep breath. Tapping the little finger. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tap the side of the hand. Even if I feel, and then say how you feel. I'm going to give a shout out to my tech guy. It looks like my screen is blank on my side. I'm not sure how everyone else is doing. Tapping the top of the head. Big deep breath. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the eyebrows exactly as I am. Tapping the temples, big deep breath. Randy, it looks like we have a black screen. Can you guys still hear me? Put a note in the chat if you can still hear me. Okay, let's just keep tapping and we're gonna let tech figure it out. Looks like we're back on. Tapping the cheeks. This part of my life that I've been struggling with, big deep breath. Tapping under the nose. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping under the lips. Exactly as I am. Tapping the chest. Even though it's been hard, feeling, and then say how you've been feeling. Feeling stuck, feeling afraid, feeling traumatized. Big deep breath. Tapping down to the front of the ribs. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the side of the ribs. Exactly as I am. Big deep breath. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I give myself permission to gently unpack what's been happening inside me so that I can feel good again. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm allowing myself to process what's been happening inside me. Tapping the index finger and breathing. So asking yourself why you think you've been holding on to this. Tap the middle finger. And I know that none of us want to suffer, but sometimes we accidentally create suffering for ourselves because we are afraid of being judged. We are afraid of standing out. We are afraid of feeling afraid or feeling uncomfortable. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. I accept the part of myself, or I'm open to accepting the part of myself that's been afraid of what? And tapping the little finger. And say it again. Afraid of being targeted, afraid of abandonment. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the top of the head. Even if there's a part of me that's afraid. I'm tapping the sides of the head, the back of the head. I'm tapping the eyebrows. I love and respect myself. Tapping the temples. Even if a part of me is holding on to this, tapping the cheeks, asking yourself again, why am I holding on to this? Not that it's your fault, but maybe there's a reason. Usually it's around self-protection. So tapping under the lips, this part of me that feels the need to protect myself. Tapping the chest. This part of me, big deep breath, that feels the need to protect myself. Tapping down to the front of the ribs. Just accepting for now that maybe you've been trying to prevent something bad by holding on to something. And check and see if your strategy of prevention and protection is actually protecting you while you're tapping your ribs, or is it actually creating the thing you're trying to avoid? Tapping the side of the ribs, big deep breath. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the side of the thumb. Exactly as I am. Tapping the index finger. Even if a part of me has been shut down, paralyzed, tap the middle finger, afraid of figuring this out. Big deep breath. In order to, and then say what it is, protect myself, teach myself a lesson, show someone else how badly they hurt me, stick it to my parents, what is it? First guess. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger and breathe. Tapping the little finger. It's safe for me to begin to resolve this at the very core causes. Tap the side of the hand, including what? What do you think the root cause of this experience of feeling less than wonderful is coming from? Tapping the top of the head. I'm open to loving and accepting myself, tapping the side of the head and the back of the head exactly as I am. Big deep breath. And tapping the eyebrows. It's safe for me to release this idea that I'm doing something good for me. Tapping the cheeks by holding on to this old energy of, and then what is that old energy? Anger, grief, resentment, apathy. Tapping under the lips. This old energy of, and then just say what's there for you. And breathe. Tapping the chest. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the front of the ribs. Even if I continue to feel this way. Tapping the side of the ribs. Big deep breath. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm giving myself the support, the encouragement, tapping the side of the thumb, and the time to begin to dismantle this. Let's say that again. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm giving myself the support, the encouragement, and the tools to dismantle this with. Tapping the index finger and breathing. Tapping the middle finger. I'm open to loving and forgiving myself. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger, even though I've been feeling, and then say what you've been feeling in relation to your issue. Maybe it's this pain in my left foot, or this, stress in my chest or my head or my neck, whatever it is for you, say it out loud. I've been feeling. Feel it physically. Tap the little finger. And just accept the sensation in your body for now, exactly as it is. Tapping the side of the hand. Big deep breath. Tapping the top of the head. I'm allowing myself, tapping the sides of the head and the back of the head, to heal what's been happening now. And breathe. And tapping the eyebrows. It's safe for me to do this. Tapping the temples. It's time for me to do this. Tapping the cheeks. Healing what happened here. Big deep breath. Big sigh. And tapping under the nose. So what happened? Tapping on the chin as you tune in to what happened. Tapping your chest. Take a minute and discuss it. When did this issue start? What do you think triggered this for you? Keep talking and tapping and breathing. Tapping down to the front of the ribs. Keep discussing it. Tapping the side of the ribs. And who do you hold responsible for this? Maybe it's you, maybe it's God, maybe it's the universe, maybe it's your parents, somebody who hurt you. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tap the side of the thumb. Even though I blame who? For what? Tapping the index finger. I'm allowing myself to release the stress and trauma about what happened. Tap the middle finger. Back when and tell the story again. Keep talking and tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. Tapping the little finger. Big deep breath. Tapping the side of the hand and breathe. I'm open to forgiving myself for not knowing how to process this any sooner. And just forgive yourself. Give yourself some slack. Give yourself some mercy that you had to carry this around. Maybe you did it to yourself and didn't know how to undo it. Maybe you've been feeling ashamed or you've been trying to numb it. Tapping the eyebrows. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the temples and breathing. Tapping the cheeks exactly as I am. Tapping under the nose. Forgiving myself and open to forgiving the people involved in this story. Tapping the chest. Even if they don't deserve it. Just to get my energy back. Because I want to feel good again. Tap the front of the ribs. Let's imagine for a moment that the universe has a really cool built-in way of getting everyone where they need to go and teaching everyone the lessons that they need to learn. And whether that happens in front of you or behind the scenes, or you never know, that somehow we are all being schooled by the flow of life to become stronger, kinder, more courageous, more compassionate, more empathetic as we try on different sides of situations, as we see other people who have gone through and recovered, as we forgive ourselves and release the need to hold on to resentments, to take out revenge, to punish. Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm allowing the universe to deal with the teaching. The universe will provide. I do not have to punish myself or anyone else in order to progress. Let's say it again. I do not have to punish myself or anyone else in order to progress. Tap the side of the thumb, big, strong exhalation. Good. Tapping the index finger. It's safe for me to release any remaining and say what's still there for you. Grudges, sadness, rage, pain in my body. Say it again. Tap the middle finger. It's okay for me to release this remaining and say what's there. Maybe you've got 10 things remaining. Let's hang out here. Releasing this remaining and then say what's true for you. Focus on that sensation. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. So if you're sad, let yourself feel the sadness for just a second. This unexpressed, and then say what's there. Tapping the little finger. Big, deep, noisy breath. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm releasing this for myself. Tapping the top of the head. For everyone involved. Right? And if you think of it, the people involved in this story that has created so much pain or anxiety or fear for you, they were suffering, or they couldn't have created the situation that they created or helped to create, right? So in releasing the pain around the story, you're helping free them up to learn and grow and be less destructive, to evolve, right? So when we evolve, we stop creating as much pain and problems. Tapping the temples. I'm giving myself the possibility, tapping the cheeks, of healing what happened. Tapping under the nose. Including what? Maybe you just discovered something about, oh, this is what happened. Right? And if you didn't, let me ask you this question. In the story of this healing that you're doing for yourself right now, when you go back to your family of origin, the people that raised you and sculpted your mentality, do you see that someone from your family or from the people that took care of you taught you to hold back feeling good in this area by example? Either told you directly that it wasn't safe, or beat you, or mistreated you, or showed you by their own example that it wasn't okay to feel good in this area of your life. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Tapping the side of the ribs. I deeply and completely release this imprint. Tapping the inside of the wrist. Let's do the opposite hand here. Releasing this imprint of what that I picked up from who. So for example, releasing this imprint of helplessness that I picked up from my mother. Releasing this imprint of rage that I picked up from my father. Say it again, tapping the side of the thumb. I am releasing this imprint of, and then say it out. Big deep breath. Tapping the index finger. One more time. Allowing your body to get this new information. Releasing the imprint of what? Tapping the middle finger and breathing. Letting your body just discharge this old memory, right? That's all it is. It's stored data in the cells of our body. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger, allowing this somatic process to discharge this accumulated information now. Tapping the little finger and breathing. Big deep breath. Tapping the side of the hand. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Allowing myself to remember who I am now. Tapping the top of the head. To be able to feel good again inside my, and then say what it is. My heart, my hips, my finances, feeling good again where? Tapping the back of the head. Tapping the eyebrows. I allow myself, tapping the temples, the possibility of feeling aligned, whole, and alive. Tapping the cheeks. Even if it's never really been here for me. Tapping under the nose. Or even if it hasn't been here for so long. And breathe. Tapping under the lips. It's safe for me, tapping the chest, to release this stress and any remaining doubt that I am on my way to feeling good again. Tapping the front of the ribs. So what are the limiting voices inside your head saying, like, well, maybe this will work temporarily, or well, tapping works for other people but not for me, or well, it's going to take too long or be too hard. Go ahead and say what's in your head. Tapping the side of the ribs and breathing. Tapping the inside of the wrist. I'm creating space to feel good again. Tap the side of the thumb. Even if there's a lot of, and then say what you think is going to have to come out or come through. Maybe there's a lot of shaking and quaking. Maybe there's a lot of fears and tears. Tap the index finger, even if it takes a lot of courage. Tap the middle finger and breathe. I am creating a new possibility for myself. Tapping the bottom of the fourth finger. Allowing myself to relax and open. Tapping the little finger and breathing. Tapping the side of the hand, coming into alignment. Tapping the top of the head. I give myself permission to forgive any part of myself that feels like I can't do it, that I don't know what to do, that others get to feel good but I don't. Tapping the eyebrows and breathing. Tapping the temples. I allow myself to accept this new possibility, tap the cheeks, of, and then create for yourself out loud in a sentence or two what you want to be experiencing here. To be able to feel like light and healthy, or to be able to feel my joints move freely again, or to be able to feel loved and respected, or to be able to feel well taken care of financially by the work I have in this world. Tapping the chest and breathing. Say again what it is that you're creating the possibility of. Tapping the front of the ribs. I give myself the possibility of enjoying this process. Tap the side of the ribs of, and then say again what you're creating for yourself. And create in the affirmative. So don't say not feeling bad. Say feeling happy, feeling energized, feeling at peace, feeling stable. Tapping the inside of the wrist and breathing. Tapping the side of the thumb. Say it again. I am giving myself a new possibility. Tap the index finger and then describe what it feels like in your mind to be in that space. Imagine that this has already happened and you're looking around saying, you know, I feel excited again, or I feel pleasure in my body, or I feel relaxed and calm at night. And this allows me to do what? So describe again what it's like for this to have happened already, and what this experience allows you to have or be or do. Take a whole minute, tapping the bottom of the fourth finger, and speak about that. Tapping the little finger and breathing. Tapping the side of the hand. Keep talking, keep tapping. What is it like in your imagination? What is it like in your body to have this feeling, this area of your life working, this area of your body feeling good? Tapping the top of the head. And breathe. Tapping the sides of the head, the back of the skull. I give myself this new way of being. Tap the eyebrows, allowing it to come in, tapping the temples, that whatever information I need, tap the cheeks, whatever help or support I might still need, it's on its way. Tapping under the nose, tapping under the lips. I'm allowing myself to receive from realms seen and unseen. Tapping the chest, opening the door to receive what I need to feel really good again. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm open to releasing, healing, remembering who I am. Tap the side of the ribs. I am a creator being. Tapping the inside of the wrist. And I am creating a new possibility. Tap the side of the thumb and say what you're creating. Tapping the index finger. And say why you're creating this. I am creating, for example, a healthy relationship with food in order to reduce inflammation and create detoxification and health and well-being. Or I am creating what? Tapping the middle finger. Allowing myself to feel good again. Tap the bottom of the fourth finger. To feel happy and solid inside myself. Tap the little finger to feel relaxed. And breathe. Tap the side of the hand to feel balanced. Tapping the top of the head. I allow myself to remember who I am. I am a creator being. Tap the eyebrows. Calling for help, support. Tap the temples. Allowing myself to use this tool, tapping the cheeks, to release any resistance to feeling good again. Tapping under the nose, big deep breath. Tapping under the lips. It's safe for me to feel good. Tap the chest. Let's say it 3 times. It's safe for me to feel good. It's safe for me to feel good. It's safe for me to feel really good. Tap the front of the ribs. I give myself permission now to learn, heal, and grow. Tap the side of the ribs, big deep breath. Allowing myself to receive what I need. Tap the inside of the wrist from myself and from others. Tapping the side of the thumb. I allow myself to put this into practice now. So what would it be like if you said, okay, I'm feeling changes right now. I'm doing this wild tapping thing. What would it be like if you upped your tapping time and you're like, yeah, I want to do this for an extra session. I'm going to use my membership. I'm going to use this opportunity. I'm going to do this tap again tomorrow. And after I sleep, see what happens. What if you said, I'm going to do it 5 times this week, maybe every other day? I guarantee you that you would have a different nervous system at the end of a week. And that nervous system that carries information to your cells, to your mind, to your conversation, to your heart, updates, and you change, your body changes, your conversations change, your realities change. Tap the index finger. So make a big commitment to yourself to feel good again. I choose what? Maybe tapping is a part of it. What else is a part of it? Say it out loud. Tap the middle finger. I choose what for myself? Tapping the bottom of the 4th finger. I'm allowed to move forward, to release any need to stay shut down, play small, hide, suffer. Tapping the little finger. I give myself the opportunity of feeling really good. Tapping all over the body. How are you feeling? Put it in the chat. I want to know. What did you learn? What did you release? What are you committed to? I'm committed, I'll tell you for myself, to continue to grow, expand my capacity to serve, to help, to heal myself, to energize and fuel myself so that I have overflowing abundance of love, time, attention, energy, and prosperity to be able to do what I came to this earth to do. And you and I are doing it together. Isn't that cool? All right, I'm checking out the chat. Laura says, my lymph is flowing. That is so cool. Compassion says, I'm committed to self-care and to celebrate each little and big thing I do for my body. Fabulous. Natalia says, I learned that I am a drama queen and I'm committed to be kinder to myself, to hold myself accountable, but to be kind. Perfect. You're going to get a lot more movement if you're going to be sweet to yourself. Karen says, I'm committed to more conscious and loving movement in the area of physical exercise. I went from an 8 in intensity down to a 2. Good job. Sunny says, I'm committed to a new morning routine to better love my body. Beautiful. Mateo J says, I'm committed to peace within so I can respond rather than react, to create peace without rather than dramatically triangulating. Good. What else? How are you feeling right now, having done all of that work on yourself? And do you think it would be wise for you to continue? Are you going to be that courageous with your commitment to feel good again? To be like, yeah, you know what? Suffering's optional, and frankly, I'm tired of suffering. So I'm going to change what's going on in my head. I'm going to make some new changes to my routine, and I'm going to keep moving this forward, right? This is a really, really great way to move yourself forward. William says, I went down from a 9 to a 6. I was feeling really constricted and strained from being raised in a controlling environment. I'm giving myself permission to be more fluid, light, and free, to make the changes that serve my highest good and serenity, feeling lighter every time I tap. Thank you. Amadi says, I'm committed to take care of my nervous system, so tapping every other day this week. Bam! Good choice. Powerful choice. Also, swim and work out. Says thank you. Dora says, I'm committed to start respecting my body's needs and take better care to do it. Also to get rid of this program to keep my pains in order to attract attention and help. So telling yourself, Dora, I still am worthy of attention and help even if I'm not in pain. You might just say that over and over to yourself. Joyce says, I'm learning to express myself regardless of approval or need for approval and support. Forge forward with support for myself myself as enough and satisfying. I'm loving these commitments. And I'm just going to say, bake tapping time into your week. The more tapping time you put in, the faster your results are going to be. And they're going to be lasting results, right? People don't get the trauma from the past that they just processed out of their body. It goes away. You're like done. So then you can do something else with all of that energy. Barbara says, a great releasing and letting go for the universe to work in my favor instead of always resisting what is good for me. Beautiful. Oh, Gregory says, feeling good, was pretty concerned at the beginning. Level 8. Now I'm a level 3. More dancing. I love this. Laura says, thank you for the reminder texts. They keep opening up even when I think I don't want to be. You're welcome. So welcome. I wrote them myself for you. I'm hoping to entice you to come sit where it's uncomfortable for a minute so you can feel way more comfortable after, right? All right, sweet beings. Marcy says, I'm committed to tapping every day and sharing tapping with those around me. Boom, double dips for you. I'm so happy to hear that. Share this with the people you love, you guys. help them heal. Turn them on. You are an ambassador of what self-care can look like on the inner. It's so fun and so easy to share this. All right. As usual, I will remind you of a couple things. One, I am training practitioners. I have one training this year. It is in the fall. It is in October. Train with Sonya with a Y, SONYA.US. Trainwithsonya.us. I still have about 10 spaces. I will be headed to LA. I will be doing EFT at a big day-long, 2-day-long festival. I think it's a 1-day-long festival on January 18th called Disclosure Fest. Look it up. It's in a park in LA. And I would love for you to donate to the World Tapping Circle. So if you want to fund and promote our ability to reach more people, to create more scholarships, to keep our prices as low as we possibly can. People are like, you guys should be charging way more. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, when my nervous system was so dysregulated that I couldn't think straight and could barely work, I didn't have a lot of money to invest in the healing that I actually needed. I needed thousands of hours of healing and didn't have thousands of dollars. So I did raise millions of dollars to make this accessible for people who are still struggling to make their lives work like I was. And I hope that you use this and share it with those who are also still struggling. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you? The donation link, it's worldtappingcircle.com/donate. You'll see it popping up in the chat. If you can, thank you for that. And I'm going to leave you with a beautiful song by a lovely artist named Faye Adinda. You can find her on Bandcamp, which is like Spotify, but they treat their artists better. Faye, F-A-Y-E, Adinda, A-D-I-N-D-A. And the song is called Remember. And as you listen to the lyrics, you might hear a phrase that you know, that I know, that she knows. Off we go. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me in the World Tapping Circle. And I definitely will see you in the circle soon.
Oh, remember just who you are. Oh, remember, you're made up of stars. Oh, remember the wisdom within. Oh, remember all the joy you can bring. Oh, remember you're of this earth. Oh, remember all that you are worth. Oh, remember all that you know. Oh, remember, seeds take time to grow. Remember all that you are. Remember the power of love. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. All my worries and my regrets, all the things I haven't done yet, I let it go, 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 I let it go. All the things that people say when things aren't going my way, I let it go, 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 I let it go. 'Cause I know that sometimes I gotta take a step back and remind myself that it's all a state of mind. And I love and accept myself exactly as I am in the present moment. stars. Oh, remember the wisdom within. Oh, remember all the joy you can bring. Oh, remember you're of this earth. Oh, remember all that you are worth. Oh, remember all that you know. Remember, seeds take time to grow. Remember all that you are. Remember the power of love. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. All my worries and my regrets, all the things I haven't done yet, I let it go, 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 I let it go. All the things that people say when things aren't going my way, I let it go, 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 I let it go. 'Cause I know that sometimes I gotta take a step back and remind myself that it's all a state of mind. And I love and accept myself exactly as I am in the present moment. Oh yeah, oh yes, I love and accept myself exactly as I am in the present moment. Oh yeah, oh as I am, as I am. Oh yeah, oh as I am, as I am. Oh yeah, oh yes, I love and accept myself exactly as I am in the present moment. Oh yeah, oh yes, I love and accept myself exactly as I am in the present moment.